Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk about something I wasn't sure if I would talk about on this channel. But I just lost one of my pets, a dog. I called him Grumbling Gus. This Sunday, today is Tuesday, yeah, Sunday night, and to cancer. He had cancer. He was diagnosed with cancer. That is in September. It was 9 months and a day when we had to let him go. He was suffering really bad, and then it really kind of came on quickly. And how it all, that day, or that late afternoon, it was right before it turned dark, was he ran away. And he used to do, find ways, like practically knock me down when I opened up the front door. Boom, he practically knocked me down. Like I say, he was a big dog, and but he hadn't done that since before he was diagnosed. He hadn't done it in a long time. And he got, somehow, I don't know, I didn't see it happen. I wasn't there, and when it happened. But according to Adam, he let the dog out backyard like they usually do to go do their business, the dogs. And there's a gate, and the dog basically moved to earth to get out. And I told him, I said, well, it was an old memory, I guess, when dogs do that, it's because they want to run off and die. Okay? And it was I just said it. I didn't really give any thought, so it must be something from when I was young that just came out. And anyway, he was gone. We kept, trying to find him and everything, but he had left, and left the area. Anyway, right before, like I said, right before it started to turn dark, right before dawn, dusk. Yeah, right before then, the neighbor, he told Adam was going out to try to find him again, and the neighbor said, "I have your dog. I think he's dead." Okay, he wasn't dead. Okay, but he wasn't doing that great. He was very dehydrated also. And since it had, was moving into his lungs, we'd already taken him a couple months ago about that. It was pretty bad. And so now the purpose of my whole video here is to talk about, well, not really the only purpose, about grief. The dog was 12 years old. Adam had him before me. I wasn't living there then, but I've taken care of this dog 7 years, around 7. And so the dog's in my life. And so yeah, there was that feeling in my, that I should be grieving. But mine had to be put on hold, because once that happened, that the neighbor told Adam kind of, had the dog, years before. He kind of flipped out a little bit, He wasn't thinking, he wasn't acting, doing the things that needed to be done. He just seemed to be in shock. Okay. So somebody, me, had to be the one to take care of things, because the dog was still alive. This was an emergency situation. Something had to be done. The neighbor's wife wanted to give me a phone number for it was Sunday, and late afternoon, right before dark, like I said. So it may have been actually 9 at the time, 9 p.m. She wanted to give me the address, phone number, and everything to the one that she had taken her dog to that recently passed. And I knew the vet wouldn't be open. Okay, they're open. Who would think that would happen on the only day of the week they're not open? So I still wanted to get back home, get the phone number to the vet in my phone, and call. And she talks a lot, the neighbor, and so I had to, get out of there. And it was, here I am trying to rush, and Adam's flipping. Oh my goodness, it was so much. And I had to stay in kind of like I don't know what you would say it is. It had to be like, kind of like when there's no drinking or drugs or anything like that, but the designated driver. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't involve that, usually designated driver means somebody's drinking or, doing some kind of, chemical thing. But no, you know what I'm saying? I had to actually be the one to drive, literally. I had to be the one to call the vets, see where the vets were. You know, they had a recording saying which one to go to. It happened to be the same one. And the neighbor took theirs too. And, you know, just everything, making sure the house was, the doors were locked. The other dog was, he was wanting out. No, can't let him out. You know, so many things just to, you know, to get to that point to where I could leave. And then the drive, okay, it had turned dark by then, and it started drizzling, which it hadn't rained in a while, so that means slick roads. The roads are curvy. It was going somewhere I hadn't been in years, in an area. It took, it's about a 30-minute drive in normal traffic, and it's an emergency hospital for, you know, for pets. And it's anyway, the street lamps were out, not the street lights, but the street lamps were out. You know, here it is, rain, the lamps are out. There was also road construction, all this curvy stuff, so I had to be very careful, and I had a dog in the back that was dying. And Adam kind of flipped out a little bit, you know, so I laughed, but, you know, nervous laughter here, you know, or just upset laughter. But I finally got the dog there. Then I had to go in and handle all of that, and yeah, you know, it was a big ordeal that should not have been so dramatic. And so we had to let him go. You know, it was they come in, checked him out, came in, told us what was going on, and I knew he had to go. That we'd already brought him a couple of months before because we thought he was going to die because we felt the cancer had moved into his lungs. Okay, but the doctor gave him a steroid. He lasted a couple more months. So okay, so anyway, then, you know, after that, which is quite an ordeal, really. They were very nice at this place, very professional. Seriously, they were. And so we had to leave. I drove back, you know, and he was very upset. Adam was very upset and all, and so was I. But because I still had to drive back another 30 minutes with the weather, with the roads, lights, road construction, really bad road construction too. I had to delay my feelings because I was like the designated driver. You know, I had to delay my emotions to be able to make it, you know, through all that. And I don't, you know, basically delaying the grief, the grieving process. And I know that it's not good. I know it's not a good thing, but a lot of people are in that, and they're in situations like when a person dies that is, like a parent, you know, it makes the person a single parent after that, and the parent feels the need to, you know, be strong for their kids, and, you know, they have to take care of all the things that, you know, arranging the funeral and so forth. It can be a lot, you know, and they feel like they're having to delay their grief, or they're having to hide it, or keep it pressed down, you know, suppress it. So, okay, so anyway, you know, I didn't know, you know, to take a few moments away from it all. I couldn't while I was driving, of course, either way, there and back. But, you know, to have a moment to think about it and, you know, feel about it. I should say feel the emotions and stuff. But I still feel like it interrupted my grieving process, and now I'm kind of into it's not denial, of course, but it feels a little bit surreal. I don't even know if that would be the right word for it even. It's just a limbo, I would say, more seriously, not funny, but like the word limbo. Yeah. So anyway, I want to talk about that, and I probably will start talking, maybe, we'll see, you know, how people act differently, behave differently when they're in grief, in the grieving process, and so we'll see. I do want to do some videos about that. I've always wanted to do some videos about stages of grief and along this line, but I haven't. It's been a long while since I've studied them, actually. And no two people do them the same. You don't always do them in that one particular order. So, but I don't know if I will. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, share if you would, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.